Welcome back to my channel. I'm Gordon Coyle, and in this series of videos, I'm focusing on the community of commercial insurance producers across the United States to create a dialogue of our collective experiences as salespersons in the insurance industry. In my first video, I laid out what this series is going to be: the good, the bad, and the ugly of being a producer, with the hope of finding a community here on YouTube. Today, I want to kick off this with talking about building a personal brand. Now, you may be thinking, I work for an agency, they have their own brand, or I work for a big top 10 broker and they won't let me have a brand, or any other number of objections I often hear. When I talk about personal branding, I'm not talking about your own logo or your own team name like some folks in the real estate business do, or what colors or font styles that you would brand yourself around. When I'm talking about personal branding, I'm talking about what do you want other people to know you for. If you went to a networking event, you are going to networking events, right? And you had to give that cheesy elevator pitch, what would people walk away with thinking? What impression did you leave them with? What would they keep you in mind for? Now, a personal brand is not something that's just an elevator pitch, and it's not something that's conveyed once to your audience. To me, your brand is built over time, so it requires a level of consistency. Your messaging needs to have a common thread to it so that it speaks to your unique abilities and how you differentiate yourself to your audiences. Now, I know there's a lot of agents and brokers out there that don't like to confine themselves to a niche or pigeonhole themselves because they're afraid if they do that they'll miss out on opportunities. And quite frankly, I used to be this way years ago. I get that, and we're going to talk about niching in another episode. But here's what I'm talking about when it comes to branding. Keep in mind that I've been in the insurance business for 41 years, so this branding thing has taken me a long time to figure out. What I've tried to do in my branding is to be the expert, the broker anyone can turn to when they've got a difficult situation or no one else can figure out a deal. And that typically is going to mean larger, more complex deals, or complex policy forms like D&O and cyber. You may know that I've got 4 professional designations that help reinforce that identity as an expert. Now, I can hear some of you saying, well, most guys with designations can't sell, or I don't need a professional designation to make a good living. Both statements are true. I'm just saying that I got these designations and became a student of insurance and then built my personal brand around expertise. And I've got to say that we're living in a time where expertise is scarce in the insurance business. So, how do you build a brand? To me, there's no perfect formula, but building a brand around a niche is pretty simple. If you enjoy writing transportation accounts, then you need to be known as the transportation insurance expert. Your brand may be the commercial insurance expert in your particular town or region, or it may be aligned with a particular line of business. Google Chris Greene flood insurance, and you're going to find the flood insurance guru. This guy is crushing it on flood insurance, and this is a good example of how you brand. Okay, so you've identified what your brand should be. Now what? Now you promote yourself as that brand. That is going to be different for everyone. It could be on Facebook, it could be on YouTube, it could be on your networking groups, it could be on your website, it could be all of the above, and hopefully it is. Here's the bottom line. As a producer, you want to be promoting yourself to your audience. The more people who know you, and more importantly, what you do and who you serve, the better. You want your brand to be your door opener to opportunities. In future videos, we'll talk about how that brand is used in different formats. But today, you've got enormous opportunities to promote yourself on social like never before. It's powerful and it's cheap, but it requires some thought, and in my opinion, having a brand will be an asset. I hope you found this video helpful. Have ideas, comments, or thoughts? Share them below and invite other producers to know my channel. Subscribe so you can continue to get content like this, and let's see where this goes. Thanks for watching.